Today in the Soap Thing project, I am going to do a shave with Crowne and Crane Animalia. This is a vegan version of their soap. I think Crowne and Crane has a tallow soap base and a vegan soap base. This is about a 1 ounce disc, similar to what you would get from Sterling soaps. This is $3.75 for a sample disc of soap. We'll talk more about how this smells and how it performs during the shave. The aftershave is going to be Camuto Terra. This is a designer aftershave that, based on what I'm reading about the shaving soap, this aftershave scent should go very well for the end of the shave. Razor is going to be the Yates Precision Titanium Merica razor with a second use feather blade going into it. Wonderful stuff from the razor. And my brush is going to be this HL Thader 3-band 4292. It's going to be the brush for today, 22 millimeter. Okay, let's do a shave. Right then. 36 hours growth on the face today, about a day and a half. And let's take the Crowne and Crane Animalia, which looks an awful lot like Ted Nugent's Bronco. For some reason, I get reminded of that. Let's take this stuff and smell it. It's in the Pereira Shavery Unbreakable shaving bowl. This one's a fairly average scent strength. I'm going to call it a 3 out of 5 on the sniffometer. Alright. Let's put it on the face. Here we go. It took a bit more playing around with it than normal, but that also could have something to do with the fact that I'm kind of babying this brush. I'm really not trying to abuse this knot, at least not at the moment. With some other knots, I would just shove it in there and really agitate it and get things going. But for this one, it was a little more time-consuming. Okay, Yates Precision Titanium Merica razor. Second use feather blade. Here we go. Still nice and sharp. Ooh. The Yates razors, at least this one, it seems to be blade feely in a way that really works for me. Usually I can't do razors that have a fair amount of exposure because I'll just hack my face apart due to my piss poor shaving habits that I refuse to even attempt to improve. Okay, let's talk about the scent of the soap. So this is another one where they feel the need to tell you a story. It does make a reference to it being inspired by a fragrance So it does claim to be a dupe, but they're very elusive in talking about what it's based on. So what is it inspired by? I have no idea. I have to shift through all the crud in order to get to the actual notes. It says vanilla, tonka bean, saffron, sandalwood, and tobacco leaf. So, what is it? It is, as you might expect, a slightly sweet, woody spicy scent. For those of you who that's all you needed to know, well, have a nice day. But for the rest of you, it's actually surprisingly vanilla and tobacco forward. And then I'm getting whiffs of spiciness from the saffron. Sandalwood is a bit of an undernote, so it's, I will go so far as to say that the sandalwood doesn't smell particularly distinctive. I get this vague woody essence out of this, but for the most part, it is a slightly sweet, spicy sort of vibe. I am struggling with this lather. It is definitely not painting on quite like I usually prefer. Whatever, that's enough. It's gonna be fine. Huh, yeah, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of vanilla tobacco saffron forward. So tonka bean could be working its way in there, giving a little bit of extra sweetness. The kind of sweetness I'm used to getting with sandalwood. I think this one is a sweeter take on sandalwood. So instead of the dry sandalwood you get from the likes of Pereira Red, this sandalwood is more along the lines of like an Art of Shaving sandalwood. Less dry and a bit sweeter. Primary and residual slickness is perfectly fine. Nothing remarkable about it, but then that's most shaving soaps. They're not particularly remarkable. In fact, I've had legacy soaps that are slicker than a lot of artisan soaps. Nobody wants to say it, so I'll say it. I don't know, I'm quick to get jaded about artisan soap bases anymore. It all starts to blur together. Okay. Have a rinse. Gotta go to PT after this, get my physical fitness on. So, let's do the Vince Camuto Terra. Put some of this on the face. Oh yeah. Quite complimentary. This one's sweet and rich. Very kind of designery, designer sort of scent, which is of course that's exactly what it is a designer fragrance. Yeah, that works very well with the Crowne and Crane Animalia. So these are This is a combo that would go fairly well together, I think, in this case. My final thoughts on Crowne & Crane Animalia. Is this something I could recommend for a purchase? Yeah, this one's good. I'll give it a thumbs up just because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not particularly exciting. It's a fairly predictable, kind of woody, spicy, sweet sort of thing. It's not super remarkable, but if you're just in the market for something like that, you're just like, I want something woody, spicy, and sweet. Well, this is definitely one of them to check out. This is yeah, definitely one of those kind of fragrances, and you would be well served with this. Okay, that's the shave for today. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section of the video. Otherwise, until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.